Good morning, traders. Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me? This is Jay. Welcome to the Bookmap live webinar. Let me know if you can hear us. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Alex. Thank you very much, traders. So good morning, Free, Old, Diana, Mirna, Dario, Neo. Good morning, everybody. All right, let's start. This morning was a monster morning, and I'm not kidding. Yesterday I had a red day. I shared the trade. Actually, I only took one trade, but I was a little bit tired, exhausted, and I decided to trade anyways. I think it's the worst thing that you can do. Good morning, Demo. Good morning, trading. Good morning, all. First of all, I want to thank some of the trader over here, all of you, but in particular some of the traders that every morning they help me. First of all, Mama Bear, because this morning, for example, we had really 10 tickers to trade between small caps and futures, and we had a 80% win rate morning. So I was very happy. Came back very good from the red day. And I felt much better in terms of I ate more, I felt good. I'm doing a strict diet, so it's very tough sometimes to find energies. But I'm here since 3 o'clock New York time. So already like 6 hours. Then I want to thank also all the traders that are with us in the morning, like Sheldon, Seba, Matt, Scotty, Chris Wilkins, Michael, Tony. Everybody that over there really helps us to find faster tickers, the gappers, and that really shares in the room. So thank you very much, really from the bottom of my heart. Now, enough of preach. This morning we have over here a few of the over here. First of all, let me put the scanner. Okay, so we have a few of the trades, the tickers that we need to follow, because the majority faded. I mean, we had VCIG, we had Seed, we had SOGP, we had also GTX, we had EFOI, Brea. All of these traders this morning, they popped, they extended a little bit, and they dropped. All right, so if you want to trade small caps in this market, okay, I'm not saying always, but in this market, we have to start very early. I'm not thinking about, everybody has to come over here, especially if you're on the West Coast at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock New York time, but try to get I would say, as soon as you can. We will see what in the small caps we want to still trade, okay? I'm gonna put over here now with Bookmap and the chart, a few tickers. First of all, we're going to start with the main gappers, and then we're going to go on the large caps, okay, and mid caps. So we're not going to only trade small caps, but more than 50% of the stocks we trade are also in mid and large caps. Remember, today we have also Nvidia, there's earnings, and I really like the earnings season because there's volatility and liquidity. I see traders that they really want to trade when, of course, there's excitement, there's news around, and that's the best market possible. So first of all, we're going to give a fast look to small caps, starting from MOTS. So MOTS over here, and I'm going to use now this hourly chart that you can see. So this is MOTS, all right? So we can read about the company. It's a micro float. So we have over here a stock with a micro float and SSR and high volume. What are members? Do not short a stock like this unless it's a backside. So MOTS, it's a red flag to short because it's SSR, high volume, micro float, and it's a daily breakout. So you don't want to short MOTS on the front side. This will simply kill you. Now, the funny thing is that this morning we shorted, but we shorted before 7:30, okay? That's the funny thing, we shorted. For everybody that is part of the room, I want to share where was the entry setup for the long side so that you can understand how we play it. So Teddy Trading FY, I believe that you're new over here. So we are like using Bookmap every day together with the trading system, because it's a trading system that we build to take the trades. So you can see this morning that the price started from 200 million to 5. We can put also over here the volume, and I would invite always to have the volume. So let's put over here my indicator for the volume. It will tell you the strong buying pressure you can see over here versus the sellers. And over here we have Bookmap. So what I like about, just at a glance over here, what color is dominant over here in Bookmap? Do you have more like buyers or more like sellers? In this case, you can see that the bars correspond to the green dots. And of course, we have more buyers stepping in. And where is that our system tells us too long? Okay, so we have over here 3 black over here arrows that tells us that's a pattern too long. Okay, reverse J slim. So when I see this, when I see the high volume coming over here, and when we see also this increase over here really of the candles and all these dots, that's my long play. Okay, so I'm sorry traders. Thank you also over here Notorious, because he's sharing over here something important. So I'm gonna put it up over here. So the headline over here is Motus GI holding granted a US8 patent for a key feature embodied. I can tell you that when I started trading small caps, again 2017, I still remember that day, and I started really to study the news a lot, and I tracked all the US patents or license agreements, and the majority of these tend to fail. Like I found out that 80% of this news tends to fail. Okay, thank you Notorious. Let me know, buddy, if you can hear me. We are on this morning in the YouTube with the Bookmap. Okay, and what we had I would say I tracked the first 7 months, and I remember the first 7 months I had a lot of license agreements and US patents, and the majority were fading. But this is different. It's not only about, you have the news, it's a short, okay, let's go on. Because you have to look at multiple over here, I would say, parameters. We have dilution. Is the company like flourishing, or is the company, like having a lot of like debt, so in need of cash? Is, for example, over here a stock with a high volume, and as we said, the stock has SSR, so you can see this S over here on JTrader, has also a short sale restriction. This means that you cannot short directly on the bid. Has a low institutional ownership, because over here we're talking about still a 10%. And let's go find over here with our friends of Dilution Tracker if they also have any kind of dilution. This is just a little bit of like a fast recap of the things that I'm watching every single day when I do my analysis, when I do my forecast. And okay, of course over here we need to sign in. I don't remember now my password because I just run it on another computer. Let me see if it's this over here. Okay, thank you guys. Got it. Okay, let's go over here. MOTS. Great stuff really for this dilution tracker. Made the life much easier. Before I needed to read always shelf second. I thank also my friend Ricky Analog, because he's the one that was like explaining me so much about filings and how to read them. I think he's one of the best around for this. So we can see that the company over here has a really small cash, so they're in need of cash. They have an S1 priced, so the price over here is 150, so they have actually dilution on. Remember that it's never good to hold something long term when you have an S1 on, because S1 can simply drop, and this can drop very, very fast. This doesn't mean that it will use the 150 as a final pricing over here to use the offering, because this they may push it to 3, 4, or how much they can. We have also warrants at 1.50, so the same price of the S1, and warrants are for 3.3 million. These are warrant series A, then also we have warrant series B. We have also here other warrants, but this is higher and not really much. We have, let's see if we have also a shelf. We have warrants over here, July convertible loan, ATM. They have a small ATM. So as you know, ATM with Oppenheimer is not the one that made the bomb. It's 2022. So remember that has expiration over here of how many years? I want to hear here. How many years a shelf for ATM has an expiration of? Come on. Neo, Dario, Alex, Paul. Of course, pro traders will know this, but I mean, it's good to refresh. By the way, Mott's J Slim, you can see over here, my system tell me go short, but I'm not going short over here. You see over here, now will appear J Slim to go short. This appears exactly when we have this. You can see that short over there, but not shorting. So how does a shelf last? How long a shelf lasts? 2 years, somebody's telling me. No, wrong. Anybody else? Thanks for the try over here, buddy. How long does a shelf last? 3 years, exactly. So a shelf lasts 3 years. And warrants, how many years? 2, 3, 1, how many? Everybody can answer, right? Warrants, what's the expiration? 1 year, 2 years, 3? Also, traders on YouTube, you can answer, traders. So, life full of spirit, it says 1, it's not 1. Tom is saying warrants don't expire. Is not totally correct. Seba is saying 1 or 2. Anybody else? Old Dog is saying varies. Neo saying 4. Date exactly, Jay. So the price is actually, they have an expiration that varies from warrant to warrant. Okay. Remember, the first trade that I took was not in the stock market. Honestly, it was in the stock market, but not on equities. It was on Italian covered warrants. 1999 starting 2000. So I did a long of, I would say, research on covered warrants and also warrants. And the expiring varies, okay? Exactly, depends on the agreement. Some will have 2 years, some 5, some 6. And if you have warrants, let's say 1.50, doesn't mean that the price goes 1.51, boom, they will exercise right away, dump. Because if that day, they can still push the price higher, or even the next days, they're going to use that because probably there's still like big hands in, maybe there are like some insiders in, maybe there are like some institutional ownership in. They're going to try to push it higher, okay? So don't expect that you see warrants at 150, boom, price will top 150 and will dump. Now it's doing that 150, but I don't believe this is dumping yet because we will see a lot of cash, a lot of money flowing over here into the stock, okay? So just over here, wanted to explain a few things. Good morning, Forrest. Good morning, everybody. So we don't have a high forecast for a fade over here. And the plan essentially will be in 2 ways this morning. First of all, and listen very good what I'm looking at, I need to look at the daily and hourly chart. So this is my way to go always, okay? And I'm looking at the daily chart. This is my first one. Over here, I had some fibs from previous months. I traded this back in the days. We have a major key level over here, 160s. You can see over here. So whenever you have this, trace your line. Okay, so we're gonna trace our horizontal line over here. There we go. So 160, 165, that is our level. So this morning you can see that also Bookmap has a level, and this is where I want to bring you over here, this high liquidity into the 165, 170, right? So what does it mean? We have a confluence between the actual technical level, all right, on the stock, and also a technical level over here given from the liquidity form between the 165 and 170. The volume is very high, okay? We're already like over 8 millions for this. We're gonna probably reach something like 35 millions for the day, maybe more, but this depends when we're gonna be at 10 o'clock. So then I can give a better forecast for that reason. The two main plays that I will be looking this morning are essentially one for long and one for short. The long will be a dip that essentially, we already had this dip very early over here. This was the long play over here, 0.98, $1. And you can see with the, I'm sorry again. You can see traders with the J Slim, all right? You can see my black over here arrows. That is my long entry together with Bookmap, which had a very, very, I would say, important pattern for the long play. Actually, a cup pattern. So this morning, we're breaking out. So we're breaking the daily resistance. And now we have to look where is going to be the next stop. We have $2, so the gap fill over here. Also hold around the number. After that, we're going to have probably 320. So let's bring up over here all the next levels. I'm going to stay with the 2 over here. And then we're going to stay with the 3. So again, before telling you my plan on this, remember to read the disclaimer. This is for educational purpose. If you come in our room, you can learn and see how we trade every day like this. As I said this morning, and I can share some of the charts we did. It was an incredible morning where we got long and shorts. Personally, I got all trades long besides one short, and the majority of the traders in the room got the shorts because it was even more profitable like that. So my plan over here is getting a dip, a wash at the gate. And what I like to see over here between 130 and 150 fast wash, a consolidation, first 15, 20 minutes. And that's called type manipulation 1, okay? And when I see that, I'm looking for buying pressure coming in. Just the same buying pressure that you can see over here on Bookmap, right? That is starting over here. Over here you can see from this 1510. 1510 because I'm in Italy. You know, the little country over here, like a boot near, I would say, Africa and I would say the Europe, where we have an amazing pizza and where you can also come over here to the Trading Academy and trade with me for, you know, 1 week or 1 day. That's the first tip, plan. So dip, want to see a washout, want to see a major support on Bookmap between 130 and 150. If we have that, I'm going to call the long for the traders in my room, of course. You can follow. And then we're going to look for the high of day and even a breakout if we'll have it. Remember that the short setup on this stock can be very tricky today. I won't be looking to trade short until a backside. So I'm going to, I would say, behave a little bit, if I can use this term, because today I don't want to look and tell you traders look to short this. Now, for who is advanced trader, we can look for a gap and extension play. So who is part of the room knows how to trade this. But for now, high volume, micro float, SSR, don't look too short. More experienced trader over here. If you have questions, just let me know. We can, talk and discuss about this. Any question, traders? Okay. Let me know if you can all hear good. All right, we can move with the second one, SOGP. So SOGP this morning skyrocketed. This is a 1 minute chart, okay? You can see the stock went for 100%. And how to trade something like SOGP, okay? How to trade something like SOGP. So I know some trader that took this morning this long, some trader that were here that went on this short. I personally over here got only the longs this morning. Only the longs this morning on this. We went long at 450. So we went long in this area over here, exactly on this wash. We started to long, selling over here into the 650s. We bought over here more into the 620s. We sold over here into the 780s. And personally, I didn't join short. When I said traders, now it's time to get out completely, I know that some trader got short from the 750 and holding all the way down. Very complex over here, SOGP. And I believe it will still be in play. So this can be, traders, a very good gap and crap, okay? Let's look with me. What do we have on this stock? We have a 4 million float. So again, it's a small float, but you don't have to worry about if it's a small float, if it's a micro float. It's important always to look at the volume, okay? We have over here, you can read the news, okay? So stock surges on launch of new AI-powered application. Remember now we have all this sector about AI, so everything is skyrocketing. The second thing that I'm looking, as I said before, is looking at if we have any dilution, but I would suggest that we have some dilution. So let's see over here, we have a 71 million of cash. So they have actually some cash because they have 26 months of cash over here. This is SOGP. Warrants almost non-existent. Shell 5 million. And also maybe Shell for a section. Let's see also below. Okay, nothing more. So SOGP, we're going to look for a short play if we have the setup to short. So what I'm going to look for, I'm going to look for a key level over here. So we're going to look for this 550, or we're going to look over here for 630, and we're going to use the Bookmap together for the timing of our entry. Okay? Again, let me know if you have, traders, any questions on this. We had several faders this morning from EFOI. I don't know if you're trading small caps, but I mean, they can generate a 30% return, okay, in about 30 minutes, maybe even more sometimes. Just look over here, this chart from Chris. He's an old-time member. He's also a friend. He came over here. So this morning you could see what he did. I'm going to try to explain because the way he traded, I would say it's very, very good. So we had over here his long play this morning. You can see that he longed over here, then he shorted, and then over here he cut this, and then he longed again, and then he short all the backside over here. And this was his paycheck for the day. You don't actually need, okay? You don't actually need to trade so many tickers. Trade one, maximum two, but trade them good. Okay, just like Chris over here did. Okay, now we're gonna look at big caps. If you have over here, traders, some questions, reach out, okay? But we're gonna keep this morning on watch SOGP for now, MOTS, and I believe that they're gonna offer us some very good lessons, okay? And also good trades. 1 second, because I need to put also over here from our bear hard charts. So we're gonna put over here MOTS, yeah. And we're gonna put over here SOGP. Okay. I put over here SOGP. Yeah. Okay. All right, traders. So MOTS, you could just see right now is giving a long play exactly over here, 180, 182. So I need to put this back up. Sorry for the big cap traders, but it's giving over here a washout. You can see exactly into this support level over here, right? And right away it's giving a push. Now, I'm not really looking to trade before the gate. I want to look, and generally I like to trade, you know, at this time I decide to take a trade just after the gate. So after 9:30 over here. The price section, it's very, very, very good on MOTS. There's a ton of volume, good place. So even if it's a $170 stock and you're thinking, I have a big account, how can I make money on something like this? I can tell you, this can be like your game changer, because these stocks can go like 300 or 400%, or simply just like stuff at the gate and die all the way down. But you can trade this simply with, you know, 50, 100, 200K shares, really, and you can get filled, of course, in partials, but you can still have a very, very good, I would say, P&L or return for the day. What I want to tell you over here is that we had what I call over here a fake breakdown. So we had a bear trap. You can see over here 170 they cleared the liquidity on Bookmap, and then right away they push it back up. Our system over here tells us, hey Jay, look for a short over here. But again, I'm not looking to short at this time of the day because, as I said, I want to wait for 9:30. I think we can move to Tesla this morning, and all our Tesla players. So as I said before, I'm coming from 2 weeks where I mentored traders. I took some trades, I would say, every 2 days, pretty good win rate. Yesterday I had the red day, and my red was on Tesla. Tesla is generally the stock that gives you the more, like, the highest consistency. But I mean, it's part of the game. And this is what I'm looking on Tesla right now, okay? So we have a stock that, besides all the market, is trading on its own. It doesn't follow Nvidia, doesn't follow like the Meta, the Amazon, the SPY, the Yes, it's on its own. Over here we lost just in about a couple of months, all right? From 260 all the way down to 190, 180. And now this is where I start looking for my consideration, where I'm start looking for a possible trade this morning. So we have a wedge, even if it's a strange wedge, it's still a wedge over here. This is a price which is sideways action. So before you start looking to trade something like Tesla, make your analysis. We have a liquidity, a pretty good liquidity, and I could see this almost every day at 195. In case if you see setups, please alert me as well.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be looking to trade long until a breakout of this 195. So for a long, in this case, I will only be looking for a 195 breakout, and then I'm looking to buy pullbacks towards the long side. I will be looking to trade 195 calls in the money. It's just too much near the money made.
Yeah.
Or I'm looking to trade 200 calls. But again, no long for me until a clear out 195 consolidation pullback long play. For now, the price is simply weak this morning. I'm looking for a short play. The best short play over here would be on a failed breakout of the pre-market high. We can also trace a second trend line over here. So my point this morning, look over here. Again, read the disclaimer, but this is what I'm looking. I'm looking for a pop 194 and then a fill all the way down to 188. That would be the A+ setups, ideally, is what I like to trade when I see a pattern like this. The setup called is going to be pop in fill, over under, looking for Gina rejection, view of rejection, 90-day bear flag, and all. And I will be looking to buy 190 puts or 185 puts weekly, okay? Any questions? Let's see over here. Paul, Todd. Any question, traders? Neo? Okay, so I'm looking for the 185 or 190 puts. If, of course, the price will go 194 and give me a short setup over there on a stuff, 190 puts will be fine. Then when the price will be in 190 and I still see a setup, I'm gonna buy more 185 puts. Tesla is gonna be the A+ setup for me. Also, life is a good question. Why not 192 and 50? It's just because I prefer to trade the whole round dollar number, and by experience, they're generally the one that have the most volume traded. So I wanna stay always when we have less spread, more liquidity, and that generally tends to be the ones just a little bit out of the money and in the whole round dollar number, okay? Generally, but even 192 and 50 or whatever could be very good. Meta, a lot of traders told me, hey, this is a dip, Jay, let's look to trade it here long. I can tell you this, traders, we're forming over here what I call a distribution pattern. So if we start looking at Meta, and we trace over here the trend line and this support, this is the distribution pattern. If we break this 465 this morning, we're gonna get to 460, okay? So no play long over here for me at this point. I'm gonna play long only in two ways. So write down my patterns. I'm gonna wait for a break of 472, consolidation, and then I'm looking for this play. Never buy on a breakout because the market tends over here to give you fake outs. The long play B setup will be if we have a break of 465, reclaim, higher lows, and then a push to the upside. So essentially what I'm looking not to do, I'm not looking to trade short at the moment. We have a long-term bullish, we have a medium-term bullish, we have a short-term bearish that I'm looking to buy on a bearish reversal. Also over here, what calls I will be looking for, 470 out of the money or maximum 475 out of the money weekly, okay? Option calls. Any questions on Meta? Is pretty clear over here, traders? Remember that I'm explaining my plan, but the main goal over here will be having the setup together with Bookmap, and that's the reason why every morning when I do my plan, the first thing that I do, I mean, I have now, thanks to Bookmap, 2 licenses. Fortunately, I'm a mentor, so they give me 2 licenses. I have this already on another computer, but I will also screen share over here if we have, or when we have a setup on Meta to see the pattern. You can see that for big caps, often I use the SVP, but if you have like a small monitor, some trader asked me, Jay, is it really necessary to have the SVP? So the session volume profile, I mean, it's a very good tool. There are some good tools that really will help you in taking your decision for your trading strategy. But of course, if you have, you know, like a lack of space, maybe 1 or 2 monitors or a small laptop, try to take it out, and you can even use only COB, all right? I mean, I would prefer to invite you to use SVP to see where during the session over here we had the highest volume traded, because that is like the point where we can see often a shift between buyers and sellers. Okay, I hope that this is a clear explanation. If you need more help, just let me know. The second thing is that if I'm looking for that breakdown of 465, I'm looking at right now, what is there at 465? There's not too much support. For now, we have 1,000 shares, but of course, this will be a little bit different when we have the gate. We have 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So I will jump over here into Tesla for now. So I'm gonna screen share over here also Tesla. So remember what we said, we're looking for ideally that 194 pop and fail. "90 seconds to go." Did you have anything else there?
No.
Ah, scusa, questo qui. Okay, 40 seconds to go. I always suggest for beginners to wait the first 15 minutes to trade. The market open is very volatile, so you may want to wait for an ideal setup. Okay, 5 seconds to go. So we staying with our plan over here. Let's see that push on Tesla over here. You can see the high liquidity 194. If we stuff 194, we're gonna short over here 194. Okay, so let's look over here. If we can stuff at 194. Still pushing 194. 500, sorry, 50K over here. They broke out the 194, so I'm not trading it yet. What is doing MOTS? MOT fading over here, so MOTS could give it to the J lines, and then we could have a push. So let's look also MOTS. Remember, if we have a dip into the J lines, then this can push, and we can have a good setup. SOGP, remember, look for a J lines or VWAP rejection. Still waiting, calm over here on Tesla, patience. I'm only trading a trading system, so setups that repeat over time with statistics. And everything I trade is based on a playbook, is based on a precise rules. SOGP, J-line rejection, perfect. So I'm just gonna put over here for the traders in the room that were watching this, you can see that we had a push 530. SOGP, remember the setup that we said at the open, look for the J-lines. This is gap and crap, A+ setup, very big one for the team. And you can see over here, the system will tell you gap and crap. Now stop, break even, or hold all the way down, okay? You can see over here is written gap and crap. We got to this gray one. The gray is the J lines. 5 over here, 20 for a short. First target rate 70 cents, stop, break even. Very good return. Let's go back on Tesla. So gap on crap per plan over here. On SLGP.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, I'll look if it goes good. Now it's halted.
Yeah. Good check.
Took a short over here in Nvidia, 683. Just now. Small trade over here. Wanna see the risk over here, 685. And I'm watching over here with Bookmap Tesla. They're still pushing higher highs, so no trade. So right now, still traders we have are trade short on SOGP going to the target 440. Seed also gap and crap. We have to wait over here on Tesla. So same setup that we had on SOGP is on seed over here. Putting back SLGP. We have also traders VTYX. Open over here on MOTS, the J lines. Mods below J lines fading over here. You can see when we have Bookmap, we can spot like at 4, where is the liquidity over here? Where we have sellers, where we have buyers. In this case, you can see that on this support at 4, we start bouncing, hold around on a number. This could be covers, this could be like also buyers trying to buy the dip. And we start like bouncing over here. The volume is still very minimal, so we still expect over here for a fail. Right there. VTYX is also pushing. Still waiting for A+ setup plays in the big cap land. Only a scratch trade on Nvidia, now waiting. So mods worked. And also SLGP. I see some good trades over here on SLGP. So we have over here, for now, Meta, which is unwinding. Let's check 1 second. Meta, remember the plan that we had? So we're breaking that support, but for now, I'm not really looking to short. I always look at ES. So my bear next to me trade ES. So we're looking at ES and NQ. And for now, we are stuck in a range. So 81, and over here, the support is 73. So let's wait that we have, or a fake break of 81 and then fill. So 81, pop and fill will look to short. Or we're going to look at 83.50, but for now, not longing this. Let's go back over here on SLGP. We have also position on hold from 29 this morning. We alerted this early pre-market. Tesla still pushing 196, 197. Some curl over here on SLGP. So for all the traders over here are short, start looking at what we have at 4. So they're forming over here a barrier. So this is a wall of buyers, right? So this tells us that over here we have buyers that are ready or to step in, okay? Or probably if even the price, they start seeing it's gonna fail, they're gonna cancel over here their orders. So doesn't mean that you see over here a big support of liquidity, you start taking over here longs for that reason, okay? So always think about how they can manipulate over here the, let's say the tape. Yes, I agree with you, John. So John is saying we might have over here a wedge pop long of the originals. Yep, agree. But for now over here, my main focus is going to be on SLGP, MOTS, and VTYX. qui non avevo niente ancora.
No, l'ho visto. Ok, so
Open over here on MOTS. So SLGP, until we have this lower high, lower low, stay short. Target is gonna be first 350 and then $3. JXJT this morning, traders, we were short from 365. Hold over here, pop it at 24. More unwind, as we can see on SLGP. Open on VTYX. I'm gonna also put this on Bookmap. It's stalling over here. Let me put it very fast on here. VTYX. So I like over here this 7. If we stuff over here 7 VTYX, we can have a good short. But before taking the short, we want to see a lower high and then a stuff play. Okay, so not front side. You can see the price over here starting to stall at this 7. We have sellers, we have buyers. This is how it went parabolic from 3 to 7. 685. I see a lot of buyers on this dip 685, but also see sellers over here into the 7. $6.99. Stuffed over here at 7, but it's still not backside, still high volume. So don't short over here. You can see that the price is stalling between 710 and 680. MOTS all the way down, SOGP all the way down. 4 target on SOGP. Yep. High volume you can see on that break of the 720 on VTYX. Now let's look at NVIDIA together. We're gonna also put over here Bookmap. Remember that we have earnings, okay, coming up. So personally, I would prefer over here to wait for the earnings. Right now, no A+ setup. This morning, we had a fake breakdown over here on NVIDIA of this pre-market low and pushed upside. We tried over here a short, risk over here very, very tight. Now it's sideways. So the only way we will be trading NVIDIA is if we have over here now a fail and we're gonna short pull back below 680, okay? So NVIDIA, we're looking for that potential play. NVIDIA setting up over here for an over-under. So I'm gonna alert over here if we have the setup. I'm gonna also put Bookmap. This is what I'm looking for NVIDIA. Wait always that we have a clear breakdown, retest. We're gonna look for a short and then a break of 677. My position won't be a large position. As I said, we have earnings today. So it's testing over here the support. Reversal pattern traders in the meantime on a VTYX at 7. So we have a shooting star. Okay, breakdown of the trend line on NVIDIA. Now I want to see a confirmation of the breakdown, retest, and then we're looking for a short. Mm-hmm. You can see on this breakdown we had the rejection. Look, the selling pressure over here in NVIDIA, getting to the pre-market low and also previous day low. If we break this level, then we can unwind all the way down. I'm personally not short because I wanted a retest of the 682. VTYX over here down till 620s. Look at this pattern over here that we had on Bookmap. So I came up over here to the 740, and on the chart, look at the 5 minute. Actually, we can look even better at the 3 minutes over here. You can see this bearish engulfing and buyers, so demand, and then shift to the supply over here. So Tesla's still going up, not touching yet. Waiting for NVIDIA R play. Reverse FFT on ES, so this is a long play over here. Fake breakdown of this pre-market low and pushed upside. So we should see back over here the 80. If instead we break the 72, we'll fill down to the 60s. Let's check over here NVIDIA, okay? You can see that we bounced on that support of buyers. This worked good. VTYX traders. It may push over here a little bit more to 680. So for expert traders, VTYX, start looking for 650 to 7, stuff too short with a J Slim, okay? Now I'm looking for shorting only VTYX. And there we are. Okay, you can see NVIDIA over here giving us the short setup. So we have a supply area over here, 682.50. We have over here our rejection of the J lines. This is a setup that we trade every single time in the room, 681. And what else you can see over here? This huge heat map. And also look over here, the selling pressure. So as we said, don't look too short on the breakdown, but again, wait for, remember that pullback. We have the pullback over here to the trend line. 681 over here, good setup. So this is for me is a full size setup. The first target over here is 7.50s. From here you put a stop break even, and then you're looking for 660. Okay, so this is the playbook NVIDIA, just what we said a few minutes ago. Daily rejection, now risk to break even, and we can look for 670 and then 660. So let's see if we're going to break this range. Okay, we have actually to break this range. And now it's dipping to that support. Look at the liquidity, 50K over here, 677. And in this case, what it's giving is a breakdown of the previous day low and pushing back up. What does it mean? That we're still in that range. Every single time that we get into this low over here, 677, we find buyers. So it was good over here to play into the rejection. Now we need to put the stop break even, so protecting our profits. We got the first already target on here. But I wouldn't exit over here in the entire position because this can still unwind. Ideally, if the S&Q will break down and give us a good bearish intraday scenario. And over here again, if we break the 677, then we have another retest for the short side. I would like to add to this position and looking for an unwind. And you can see buyers step in, right? So making higher lows, and again, NVIDIA back in that range. We can still hold over here with the VWAP. Let's see how the price will react to the VWAP over here at 680 and 50. It's rejecting for now the 680 VWAP over here. I wouldn't add to the position. Stay still in over here with 2/3 or 3/4. 679 and 30s. Poi lontano non vedi.
Yeah.
Until it stays below the VWAP over here, we can hold short. Above 680.60, we can trail definitely all out. SSGP, for who took the short in the room, we're below $4, looking out for 350s. Tesla still pushing, so avoid over here. So rejecting the VWAP. And there we go. Now pushing. So we're back in the range. Okay. Let's go back over here to SOGP. Straight unwind from the J-line rejection. On Amazon, we're starting to have the breakout, the trend line, but still no play over here for the long side. Watching EBS for 220 or 260. So EBS, our levels to look for short is going to be 220 or 260 EBS. And for now, we're looking for 230 fake breakout and failed short. Still waiting to trigger over here on Tesla. Stuffing over here the 198. I'm looking for patterns for a short. Watching Nvidia here for, again, another short. But again, remember we have earnings, so I will limit my position to 1/3, 1/4 of the size. Now that we're getting to at 10 o'clock and still we didn't find the direction. So whenever I'm looking for breakouts, A+ setups, and I'm taking the direction, of the breakout, then of course I would like to put the size because I'm looking for that direction. But in this case, Nvidia is not actually still giving us a direction. So we have to limit the size exposure in this case. You can see that my bookmap is filtered only with the levels that I want on Nvidia. Now, meanwhile, VTYX from the 7 fell all the way down at the 5 right now. I like over here to see mentorees taking the trade. Remember what we were looking at VTYX for the 7 stuff. And some trader over here took it. This is Marco, a trader that is in my mentoring. This morning he had an extraordinary morning over here to send me this chart. So he showed over here into the 7. He was risking 750. And first cover at 2. So very good over here for about 4 hours the first half. But very good over here, market condition for this trade. VTYX back over here to the J lines. Okay, so 470. So we could have a bounce play from here. So let's scan over here. We have MOTS. Didn't take this trade. 930 right at the gate, all the way down 115. So once it broke this trend line, it simply didn't have over here any kind of volume. And you can see the selling pressure over here with these lines. This is the volume. We can also, this is the 930 when it opened, simply fade all the way down. SOGP instead today was a good play. From the playbook, we can see here is written gap and crap. Gap and crap, it tells us that we want to trade the short over here just right at the gate. And how the price, you can see that it popped, went over here exactly to this point. So we went to this level here, 520, went 530, 550. You can see that we shift from buyers over here to sellers, and why that level is important, because that's the J line. So once we fail over here, 530s, that is where we start seeing sellers. So we go from buy or long to sell, long to short over here, and then all the way down. Very good return. Very good return in terms really of percentage and R's. So beautiful trades like this. Let's watch also over here. Good morning, Jay. Tesla over here watching at the previous day high. So we're gonna put up 1 second ES. So remember this pattern over here, okay? The reverse of 50, pushing to the high of day. If now traders, we stuff at this point on ES and we start fading, make lower high, that is gonna be our short. So we're looking for another playbook called, in this case, the 50. Tells this morning we had a breakout of that line, 195 is reclaiming probably the 200 soon. And we have also this level of liquidity. So 200 over here. Mott's going to target. We're going to put also over here EBS. So EBS, in this case, let's look the price action. We have a 50 million float, but a high institutional ownership. So remember, careful when you trade high institutional ownership stocks. I'm not personally looking for a short over here on EBS unless it gives us a backside, okay? So remember, EBS, high percentage IO, it's a red flag to short. The only level we're gonna short is gonna be 230, fake breakout, so bull trap and unwind. For the rest, forget about trading short EBS. So I don't wanna jump in something like this right now. Absolutely. Solid work over here by Forrest. So nice over here, the long and AMD. So good pattern. Bounce play, reverse FFT. Yeah, it's a good play. So I would say also good in the terms of risk management. Well done. And start looking at EBS over here because there's a potential big long play that is coming over here above 214. So remember, can stuff it high of day. But over here, for example, this setup, if we break the 215 with volume, this will push, okay? So start looking over here. If we break 215, this is gonna be a buy setup fast, but you need to see that volume. You need to see that follow through. VTYX 550 failing. EBS over here, still no push, no volume. Very simple with those charts.
Yeah.
CNA, okay. E4, a little bit of push. Watching for another potential short, E4 240s. Let's start watching also over here Tesla. Thank you traders for alerting about the stall over here. So we start seeing Tesla into a key daily level at 200. And over here is giving a first short setup at 198. E4 giving another short setup over here into the twos. Let's look. Tesla not yet breakdown, so not short confirmed. The reason why we're holding anime, we're holding the VWAP, but we have this liquidity area over here of the gap fill, this 200. So the price came into this area and right away started to reject. So let's see if it's gonna give us a pattern. For now, it's still not a pattern to short. You wanna see a J Slim. You wanna see a fake breakout, this $2, and then we're gonna take the short. Don't anticipate the entry. We're also going to keep over here Bookmap, okay? So you can see over here the big seller that we found at 199, 199.50, and then it started to unwind. E4 over here had a pop traders for who's still trading short from this morning. E4 over here, this is a short 205, 203, just right now. And there we are. Just like washed in this instantly. Just as I call it over here, this is in the 1 minute. This over here is the setup. It popped over here, 5 minute J-lines rejection. Now we can look for a fader. So let's see over here that I was asking. VTYX, I'm gonna put this up. Okay, so look at this chart traders over here. So first of all, look at your daily chart and then hourly chart, okay? So the same process we were explaining before. We don't have any kind of resistance over here. We have a gap fill mainly to this 14s. This is what we had today. So price going all the way up. And you can see this volume right here being all over here green. And then these last 3 bars being totally red, so high selling pressure. And then from the J-lines, you can see the dip over here into the 480, 490. We had a bounce into the VWAP. So right now over here, I'm looking more for a short into the J-line rejection than a push to the 750. Okay, so let's see if we're gonna have that VTYX setup. VWAP short over here, okay? VTYX. We're gonna stay on this together right now. We're gonna look at, you see the Bookmap has some of this selling pressure over here at 6, 610, so liquidity is stacked over here. I don't see over here any kind of long traders on VTYX. Maybe I push to 6, 650, but not more than that, okay? So VTYX, watching for 6, 650. Remember, this is a gap and extension play. And at this time of the day, it's becoming an extension play. As we know, gap and extension, when we have more extension than usual above the open level, okay, often we go and breach above the pre-market high. This one's a little bit higher.
Yeah.
little bit of pop over here into the VWAP. Let's see if we can get to this 6x10 fake breakout on VTYX and fail. For now, traders, hold this OGP that is fading. Okay, we still don't have an exit over here. Play on SOGP. This can still be a valid over here. Gap and crap, so to add to the position. We have the first major target at 4. I think we can get over here 480, 485 for stuff and another add to the position short. Let's put also Bookmap up. Exactly, came already over here. You can see the 490, right? And fail. So we are short from the gate. And there we are, VTYX. Still not giving over here any kind of long play. There we go, it's popping. It's not a long play yet. For now, it's a break of the 6. We were looking over here to short. Let's see if we are gonna have a short setup over here. Look at the 15.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to hold the 6. You can see the buyers on Bookmap. This could fail very fast over here. They're still holding the VWAP over here. Propping more. 620. And now you can see the volume is still pushing right on VTYX. Higher volume. Qui nella regione. Some pullback to the VWAP. Breakdown of the VWAP traders. And that's your short setup over here. Exactly here. Just when it started to come over here, the major seller. Yeah. Okay. So major seller came over here, 580, 585. That is your short. Now we want to look over here for a seller that breaks the 560, 550, and all the way down to 5. Okay. So remember what we said. Look for the extension play to 650, and this is exactly what we said over here. Look for that extension, okay, to 650 on VTYX. So now it came over here to the $6, pop in, fail, and we want to see faders, okay? We want to see sellers over here. We want to see this going all the way down to 5. So this could be a very good playbook setup, gap and extension play, low risk, high return for more major unwind, all right? Exactly. Beautiful job. I really want to, well done, Swiss. So Swiss is a very, also well done over here on NIM. Swiss is a very, we say talented trader. Of course, you did mentoring with me. No, I'm kidding. He's a very talented trader, but very good over here. Look what a perfect, this is the, remember SLGP, remember the gap and crap, killed it. Very, very good, buddy. Proud of you. Proud of you. when a trader does so good, and I see that perfect timing, means that he really knows over here how to trade. And remember what we were saying, right? This is the A plus setup, gap and crap system over here telling us it's a gap and crap. So look to take that trade. Okay, look to take that trade. So meanwhile, we are all on SOGP and VTYX. And in the meantime, over here, my mentoring student took the JSlim into Tesla. So that is the playbook over here on Tesla. Let's see. So he's short over here. You see that bearish engulfing over here. This is a fake breakout. Personally, this is where he had to add over here, 198, but a very good trade. First trim over here. I don't know if you get out 25 or 30%. By rules, I would say 30%, but not. I don't know this for sure. This is a JSlim over here that he took it pretty good. I want to still go over what we had in the small cap land. So well done, Mark, again. So he's killing it, this guy. And this is the other setup over here that Swiss Stoke. So nice over here, JSlim stuff into the 185, and then amazing unwind. Very, very good. Okay, so the traders over here are really finding consistency, and this is because we give a solid trading strategy. Traders, we got over here into the almost 10:30, where we're gonna continue till 10:30. If you have questions, reach out. Also remember, we're gonna start a new mentoring program with only 5 selected traders. This starting on the 1st of March. It's gonna be 3 or 12 months, according to what do you want to achieve. I can tell you, and I can promise you, you will learn how to trade. I cannot tell you how much money you will make, because that's different, and it's not about money. Money will come as a result of good trading, but I can tell you that you will learn definitely how to trade. So if you're interested, only reach out to team@JTrader.co. Okay, let's go over here and check the scanner if we have anything more. So we have Seed, SSR as well, EBS, high institutional, I wouldn't touch. SOGP, we're short. MOTS, some trader took the short. VTYX over here, also the good short. So right now, we can look back at Tesla and also put over here up Bookmap. So solid over here, you can see solid pushing to this resistance 199, but more than that, this fake breakout, you can see over here, fake breakout of 199 on Bookmap, and then fail right away back below. Okay, for the traders instead that are short on VTYX, remember when we have these kind of plays, midday 10:30 in small cap land, holding the pre-market high, put the stop break even. Let's see over here more. We wanted to cover today, remember, about options, and this morning we explained which options to buy. So this is one of the traders that I'm mentoring. This is his 2nd year. He's a very consistent trader, but I don't have to say this because otherwise he will, make his head too big. No, he's a very good and humble trader. So we have over here a lot of good plays. So we can see the option, right? So you start buying the dip, selling, buying the dip, selling, buying the dip, selling, buying the dip, selling. So a good work over here for recycling. And this is a pretty good return, right? So beautiful, beautiful work over here, John. Really amazing job. And it's not for everybody trading in this way, futures or options or stocks. but over here it's one of the programs that we gave. Last year I had the privilege to mentor also another trader, Eric H. That he was not consistent for the first 6 months, and then he turned his small account around 20K more or less into the I think 80K in about 3 months, and he started like scalp, like just like John is showing over here. So we had a daily job over and over. All right, so 10:30. Glad that you are over here again. Put a like. Also, click on that subscription button. You can also reach out for more. Remember, tomorrow, Thursday, we're gonna have just a free pre-market, just like today, where I'm gonna explain the setup we're gonna trade at YouTube, Jtraderco. So reach out there. Again, hope you enjoyed. If you have any question or anything else, reach out to team@Jtraderco or reach also below over here into the YouTube and leave a description. Thank you very much, everybody, for following. Thank you also Bookmap for hosting these amazing webinars, and see you back next week. Thank you.